Okay. Okay, let's switch off the microphone. Welcome to everybody to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for this THU school. It is a second THU school. Thanks to Overloud for the support, and thanks to you for your support. And sorry for my English, it's really basic English, but I think it's most important the message that I wanted to pass you with my tutorial. Today I would like to share with you some information regarding another way to use THU. It is a really powerful plugin. I call THU the software modeler because it is like a modeler, but it is the software. It's not like the other plugins that you have only one amp, some effects, and that's it. THU, it is a very huge library when you can you can pick any kind of professional effects. And often I use THU not only as a guitar instrument, a guitar tool, but I love to use a THU also to record something else, like this microphone, for example. I have two amazing microphone by Austrian, OC818 and OC16. Really nice microphone, a professional microphone, and often I needed to record my acoustic guitar, and also sometimes the voice. Not my voice, I'm not a good singer, but sometimes it is necessary. And okay, if you needed to record the microphone, of course you need the audio interface, of course, but you need also some external tools like compressor or some external channel strip, or now THU offer a wide variety of plugins like Gem Voice, for example, but also THU. THU is really interesting, and I wanted to share with you some information regarding this. So let's start from the editor here. Okay. I have the editor here. And first of all, this preset is free. If you subscribe my store, you can receive the promo code, the discount code to claim and to redeem this preset for free. And okay, as you can see, there is no amplifier. There are only effects, and the chain is let's say pretty simple. Is what I typical do on my DAW. I use Logic, but of course it is available also for any kind of Cubase or whatever. And typically in the DAW I put the single plugin. Okay. Reverb, delay, and so on, and I create the channel strip into the strip of the DAW. In this case, I can create the single channel strip within the THU, and this is to me it's a very big advantage. As you can see here, I start with a noise gate. It is necessary because otherwise, for example, with such kind of microphone, they are condenser microphone, they get some noise from the ambient. I can show you how. Okay, this is okay. I open the microphone, and if I can use of course the noise gate here, but I can use also the gate expander effect, and it is necessary because otherwise, not in this case because now my box is really silent. But in case you have, for example, fan, you have cooling system, and so they produce some noise. And in that case, it are necessary to use the expander, the noise gate. I try to. Okay, maybe you can hear something in the background. Okay, there is the fan of the lamps, for example. Okay, you have to to pay attention. And so the noise gate, it is necessary to reduce this noise. But of course, you can also use the general noise gate that you can find on the master control. Okay, you can raise up this one. But okay, is absolutely up to you. In this case, the gate effect has more parameters like expander ratio, release, and also the gate threshold. Okay, this is the difference. Then I love to put the parametric EQ. It is most important part of the channel strip, where you can tweak and equalize your sound, because typically I usually don't use equalization on my preset, but of course if you have microphone is completely different, so you have to tweak the equalization. I prefer the parametric EQ. Is much more flexible, especially with some acoustic instrument and with voice. In this case, I only use the parametric EQ as a high-pass filter. There is let's say, a filter that close any frequency below the 100 Hertz. It is a typical low cut you find in the impulse response of the modular, for example, or the high pass filter. It is the same. It is the same object. Of course, you can tweak and you can adjust your sound as you prefer. Okay, it's absolutely up to you. Now I'm using some microphone. I don't need to make any equalization, and honestly, I prefer to search the bass sound, the perfect bass sound with the perfect microphone, and I would like to avoid the use of the EQ only if it is absolutely necessary. In this case, only to cut the bass frequency, because bass frequency, especially for the acoustic guitar, are really dangerous in some cases. Then, okay, I use the compressor. Compressor is really helpful to cut the high peak and to avoid the too much. How can I say, to optimize the dynamic, and this is really necessary, especially with the voice, with the acoustic guitar, because the dynamic is really high. So you have to avoid a high peak, and compressor is really important. I put also one of my favorite effects, the modulation effect, especially with this acoustic guitar. I love it to have the chorus effect, the wide stereo chorus effect, and I add this if you want. Then I use the 3 different reverb. Maybe you already seen my last tutorial regarding my last preset, the MF 708019, and I mentioned about this reverb. I use 3 reverb. This reverb is to create the room. Is a room effect. It is, to me, is really interesting, because give realistic sound, natural sound, not only for the amplified but also for the acoustic guitar. I can show you how it works. Okay, I close this reverb. This is general. These 2 reverbs are general reverbs. I switch on. It is a really early reflection reverb. Okay. If I switch switch off. Okay, and then I use two different reverb. One is a null bar reverb like this. It's very low. I can increase a bit if you want. I can switch to the other long reverb. And of course, you can also use the scene. This is the scene A, as you can see here. Short reverb. Long reverb. Modulation. And modulation with longer reverb. Okay. This preset is really simple, and you can use with any kind of microphone. Of course, you have to tweak the EQ, the compressor. It's up. It depends, of course, of the microphone, the kind of microphone. Also, the audio interface is necessary to tweak to adjust the proper input. So you can see here what is the right value for the input, and you can also use two kind of microphone or more microphone. This is one. This is a big benefit of THU. In this case, I'm using two microphones in stereo mode. So if I go to the settings and audio settings, I use input one for this microphone. I switch on. Okay, just a moment. To have a super wide stereo effect. Okay. Allora, then I go to the settings. Okay, audio settings. So I can use this microphone. This is the left, and this is the right one. But I can also use a single microphone. Only this one. The other one is using two microphones is much more better if you have two microphones to have a very, very wide stereo effect. So this is the sound with only a single microphone. microphone in stereo mode. And this is the other microphone, for example. What is nice is I try to show you. As you can see, the microphone are placed in two different positions. So the sound of this microphone, sorry, I have to, okay. The sound of this microphone is different from this one because the position respect of the guitar is different. And this gives a big contribution to have a very wide stereo effect. I'll show you what means the single microphone. This is one. This is one. These are both microphones. And if I change my position, it also changes the stereo spectrum. So I suggest you to try with different microphones. Doesn't matter if the microphones are the same microphone, is not necessary because in any case, the position of the microphone is different. So, okay, if you have the typical stereo set with two matched microphone, it is the best condition, of course. But you can try with two different microphones. Of course, you have to remember if you have a condenser microphone, you have to use the phantom. You have to enable the phantom power supply for the microphone. Okay, my configuration now is really simple. I plug the microphone into input 1 and input 2. Okay, and that's it. I set up my THU on the audio settings to use the input 1 and input 2. Of course, you can use any kind of input. The input level is here, so you can check the input level. You have to adjust the input level from the audio interface, of course. Just a moment. I can also give a bit more. And of course, you can use your voice. It's not time to make a change, just relate. It's easy to say I am whole, but I'm happy. Yeah, very, very nice, very, very nice. I'm very happy. Of course, these microphones are great microphone, but I think you can get interesting results also with the standard microphone. I suggest you, for the acoustic guitar, the condenser microphone, for example. And of course, you can use the same channel strips also for your amplifier, because I use the same to use the microphone on in front of my amplifier, and of course with different EQ, so I can create different settings for my channel strip. Now I'm using THU in a standalone mode, and of course you can use this preset within the DAW, and you have in a single effect all patch for the channel strips. It's very useful, very efficient. Okay. Well, I don't see any question, but if you have question, please write down on the video. Okay, you can find this preset for free if you are already registered to my mail list. You will receive the redeem code, and if you subscribe to my store, you will receive a mail with the redeem code. So thank you so much for your attention, guys, and see you next time for a new tutorial. Thank you so much. Bye.